often do we second guess ourselves? How often do we do, say, or try to be what others want us to be? I had to do a personal sit down reflection with myself, and this was not like a single sit down. It was through several journal entries, um, and just spending some quality time with myself. And there is a quote, honestly, that I read, and I said, I'm going to do this video because this is a growth for me that I will look back on a couple years from now and truly be proud of who I am genuinely growing into. There's a quote by Les Brown. Les Brown, this quote I believe is very powerful and it's pretty short, but it speaks a lot of volume. Don't let someone's opinion become your reality. It sounds pretty simple, huh? Yes, it does sound pretty simple. But how often do we get swayed by someone's opinion about us? Hi, I'm Vanessa. Thank you for stopping by. These are going to be coffee chat sessions that I have on my channel just to give me some personal time to sit down and reflect on life as we journey through life. So, as I was talking about earlier, we live in a world where judgment and opinions are often passed around every day. And this can be at work, within friendships, within our families, and on social media. To get a little personal, I used to be judgmental myself. And I also grew up around a lot of judgmental people. And that led me to honestly question my worth. The older I grew, I realized I was simply dimming my light just to fit into the opinions of others. Here's something I've realized: we're all humans, right? We simply form opinions about others based on a tiny snapshot of their lives. And this can simply be based on a single chapter of someone's story, a paragraph, a single line, or honestly something that was just overheard by someone or shared. Here's something I want to share with you guys. You are living the entire book of your life. You're living the entire book of your life. You are waking up every single day in your body. You are walking every single day in your body. So that small story, snapshot, the small line doesn't equal the entire book of your life. You know the plot twist, you know the plot twist of your story. You know the setbacks of your story. You know the ins and outs of your entire book, not others. And here's the most important thing I can share is that your reality is not shaped by the opinions of others. Your reality, my dear friends, is shaped by your actions, is shaped by your beliefs, is shaped by your values, is also shaped by your faith. And I will say it again, not the opinions of others. I also want to share a few ways in which I have stopped letting the opinions of others get to me. And this can truly start by one, knowing your values. You have to know what matters to you. What matters to you should be the most important thing than the opinions of others. For example, for me, I've always wanted to start a family. And because Paul, or I don't know, Suzanne says, you will not be a good mother. I know what's important to me. I know what's deep down in my heart. And I will not be shaken by Suzanne's or Paul's opinion because I know my values and I know that starting a family is very important to me and that matters to me the most. Someone gives you an opinion, question the source. Whether it's your friend, your coworker, your family, question the source. Okay? Because I think a lot of times when people throw things at us, we don't question because we're so either scared to say something back. But actually question the source. And also remind yourself that they don't know your heart, they don't know your story. That goes back again, they don't know your story and they don't know your goals. They don't know how far you have come. They don't know the steps you have been taking to get where you are, my friend. You have to flip the perspective back to the person. Honestly, I've realized that we turn to project a lot as human beings. We project onto others, although we also think sometimes that what we're saying to someone is the best, we're actually projecting. If someone comes to you and say, I don't think you would be good at this, ask them, why not? Why don't you think so? Have there been things that you have seen that I have done too that you believe that I can be good at this? Because at the end of the day, we are the only people that can stop us from moving forward in life, not the opinions of others. Validate your inner self. You have to validate your inner self. You have to celebrate your small wins. You have to celebrate your small wins, my friends. You have to celebrate. You have to celebrate your small wins. You have to celebrate your big wins. Because when you celebrate those small and big wins, nobody can take that away from you because you will see your progress more than others. Others may not see your progress as you because remember what I shared earlier? You wake up every day in your own body. You really have to set mental boundaries. Set these boundaries within your mind as you converse, you interact with different people. You have to set mental boundaries. For example, if someone says something to you and you know that's not true, you tell yourself mentally, this here is not my portion. I am not going to take this load because this is not my portion. Self awareness is the next one I will share with you, my friends. Self awareness, self awareness is absolutely one of the best skills you can develop as an individual for yourself because you will understand yourself. You will know your weakness. You will know your strength. You will know your needs. Self awareness will be one of the best gifts you can give yourself because you spend the time to be aware of who you are. So when you're self aware and someone gives you a harsh opinion, you might take a step back and say, is this true or is this person projecting? As I close off this quick coffee chat session, I just want to say do not be swayed away by others' opinions. Always stay true to yourself and who God says that you are. I hope you guys enjoy this video and I would love to hear your thoughts below. And do take care, my dear friends. Until next time, take care.